Welcome to Inside the Firm, a podcast dedicated to small business owners and hosted by entrepreneurs, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko. Each week, they take you on their journey of how to start, run, and grow a business by bringing you inside their architecture and real estate development firm. Get a behind-the-scenes tour of how these business leaders manage their clients and foster company culture while creating new and innovative projects. And now your hosts, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko.
Welcome to another episode of Inside the Firm. Literally, we are back, and we have a great show for you today. I'm Al Demanding Gore. I'm here with Lance, compliant Cayko, doing whatever I say, and I love it. Before we hit this awesome show, let's pay the bills, and the best way to pay the bills is to grow your profit. Go to buildabetterco.com, buildabetterco.com. Let's build profit fast. We will show you how to do it easily and quick and efficiently, while making your firm run smoother. Buildabetterco.com.
And if you can't find the product data you're looking for, you might be using the wrong search engine. Broad searches result in consumer products, out-of-date information, and websites that hide or don't have the information you're looking for. If you need specifications, CAD or BIM, arcat.com is your search engine. Find and download the up-to-date data you need fast. Arcat.com is free and requires no registration, so try Arcat today. That's ARCAT.com. Al, back to you.
So let's remind everyone where we were last month.
Okay.
Right? So that first link, architecture firms face 20-month billing slump despite economic recovery. So basically this was September, we had the billing index come in at 45.7.
Got to be above 50. Got to be above 50.
Marked the 20th consecutive month of declining billings for architecture firms. Let's go to the latest one. ABI October billings, 2024. Business conditions at architecture firms begin to moderate. So the current billings, 50.3. So that means that the score for this month for October was 50.3, meaning that shares of firms
just barely
that reported declining billings was essentially equal to the shares of firms that reported increased billing. In addition, inquiries into new projects ticked up in October to the highest levels in 6 months. However, despite declining interest rates and softening inflation, clients remain hesitant to start new projects. So if we go down, architecture firms continue to shed employees, right? So conditions have remained mixed in the broader economy recently. While overall payroll growth stalled in October with just 12,000 new positions added on net, that's overall. The construction industry is still hiring. But let's just look into, construction employment grew by 8,000 new positions, while non-residential specialty trade contractors added 14,000. However, architectural service employment continued its recent decline in September, which was the most recent data available, shredding an additional 400 positions. Total employment in the industry, right? The architectural services is now at 203,000, down 3,000 positions since the beginning of the year, and its lowest since 2022.
Oh, wow.
So
they even say that another decrease, they're expecting another rate cut in December? Or this month? No, it's got to be this month. It's got to be next month.
No.
Is there another meeting?
I think there's only one more meeting. I think November and December are combined, and I'll look it up here shortly.
Okay.
I think
we might get another quarter point.
Yes, that's the thinking. I didn't believe it. I think they're going to wait. I think they're going to wait. Are you looking up the Fed? Okay, I'll do. I know what you're doing. Fed, next Fed meeting.
I don't think the mortgage rates have went down
in
the last quarter, and I wish I had a chart here.
Well, Lance, you'll know the next meeting takes place December 17th to 18th.
Okay.
December 17th to 18th.
Yeah, look at this. So we've got the on the Fred Economic Data website, which is really good, by the way. If we just scroll over to, this is 2022. Man, I need I'm trying to look at. Yeah, even though the interest rates have went down, the mortgage rates have still went up. Like we still need them to tick down, to really get the grease moving with this economy. So, but man, the billings, like, I suppose isn't that crazy? What a headline, right? Like, after 20 months of our that declines. Architecture firm billings were flat.
Yep.
Holy cow! Like, geez, that's like the most underwhelming positive news.
Yep. So I went to the National Association of Home Builders award ceremony down in Denver. And it's funny, I only met architects. That the majority of them were builders and stuff like that. I just happened to be in line for a drink and struck up conversations, and it was just architects, right? But both of them said before I even talked to them, I was just listening in, and they said what kind of everyone's been saying was like, it seemed like the end of this year was a slow year. Like they had momentum in the beginning of the year, and then it slowed down, and they're like, but it seems to be ticking up, and we think it'll tick up next year, which is exactly what this article is saying as well. So like everyone is on the same page. It was kind of this last third and fourth quarter was pretty flat.
Yeah. Looks like you got some NCARB corner. Actually, is it N? Do you mean NAHB?
I do.
How dare you? Let's change that. Now, new segment, NAHB corner. What do we got, Al?
So let me open it up.
Headline here on the screen, you're seeing builder confidence moves higher as election uncertainty.
Well,
was there one other thing you want to talk about?
No.
Yeah.
These were your articles that I put in this.
Oh, cool. Even better. Yeah, builder confidence. So our good friends over at NAHB, builder confidence moves higher as election uncertainty is lifted. Builder sentiment improved for the third straight month, and builders expect market conditions will continue to prove the Republicans winning control of the White House and Congress. Builder confidence in the market for newly built single-family homes was 46 in November, up 3 points from October, according to National Association of Home Builders (NAHB). Wells Fargo Housing Market Index that was released today, so again, November 18th, is 4 days old. Quote, with elections now in the rearview mirror, builders are expressing increasingly confidence that Republicans gaining all levers of power in Washington will result in significant regulatory relief for the industry that will lead to the construction of more homes and apartments, end quote, said NAHB Chairman Carl Harris, a custom home builder from Wichita, Kansas, and he ends with, this is reflected in a huge jump in builder sales expectations over the next 6 months. We're seeing the largest, I don't know if I told you this, the largest home builder in Colorado. You would know who they are if you just look them up. They, right after the election on the NAHB website, if this is a good indication of what's to come, so I hope everybody's primed and ready to rock in 2025, they had like 20 positions that were open, like sales positions. So that I think they see the demand is here. We just got to get the interest rates working for us. We're ready to. Everybody's ready to build.
Yep.
We've been holding our breath for 2 years.
Yep. And I would also say, if you're Democratic leaning, you also won.
You win.
Well,
congratulations.
No, but literally, Robert Kennedy is a Democrat.
Oh yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard is a Democrat. The young
Donald
Turks,
Trump was literally a New York Democrat. I'm sorry.
The young
I'm
Turks, saying, who I don't like, is just ranting on Twitter about some of the common sense things that Trump and Elon Musk, green guy to the extreme, was just rational policies where he was just fighting liberals, and he's a liberal, and be like, this is what we've been fighting for a long time, was to not spend all this money on stuff and all that. So, yeah. Be hopeful. Be happy.
It's some more positive news here from Lance's NAHB corner, which this is from the National Association of Realtors. NAR chief economist Lawrence Yun forecasts 9% increase in home sales for 2025 and 13% for 2025, with mortgage rates stabilizing near 6%.
For 2026.
2026, excuse me, yeah. So just really good stuff on the horizon. I'm hopeful. I hope during this downturn you did the right thing, which is you spent as much money as you could on marketing.
Oh.
And you are positioning yourself to maybe be one of the top Google search results when people are looking for architects. You are priming your webs, redoing your websites, getting up on the blogs, polishing that Google business listing, maybe looking at Thumbtack. Joining stuff like the NAHB, where you can actually network with builders who can refer you. Architects probably not going to refer you as much with the AIA. All that stuff you got to be ready for. And then I think I already have. And then last thing I want to end with on my little corner here is.
And can I just interject since I am interrupting, Al?
Yeah.
is that I think now, like, okay, that's what we did in the past, and now we're maintaining, right, is really engage in the political system. I had a phone call to the head planner. He should be calling me back. Who knows how long? And in a positive light, now is the time for reform. Like, can we have ADUs reviewed on a one-page checklist? Like, why not? How can we make it so that these homes and these ADUs and stuff actually gets built to solve a problem, to be happy warriors?
Yeah. Happy warriors. That's the key here. We need to be happy warriors. So last thing I got for my little segment is post-election outlook. Again, NAHB put up a nice blog. The chief economist, Robert Dietz, recently provided the following economic overview in his bi-weekly newsletter, Eye on the Economy. The dramatic election victory for President-elect Donald Trump and congressional Republicans reshapes the outlook for the housing sector and the overall economy. For example, equity stock markets loved the result, expecting an improved regulatory environment and significant, if not total, extension of the 2017 tax reform policies, which I got to tell you, as somebody who owns multiple companies, yes, this resulted in us in an economic boom. Like we really were in such a good position after when in the last Trump administration, like year one or year two, just the freaking optimism, right? I can't really stress that enough. Policies aside, just the optimism. However, the bond market has deep concerns with investors dumping bonds and pushing 10-year Treasury rate from 3.6 in mid-December to the near 4.3 at the end of last week. Bond investors are concerned about possible inflationary impacts from a larger federal government deficit and a move to tariffs. And while the incoming Trump administration has been clear that deportation will be used to deal with illegal immigration, the scope and scale of this policy is unclear. It remains a significant wildcard for the economic outlook, with potential impacts on housing demand, labor supply, and border issues. Greater clarity on all of these policy issues will be gained as Trump names key officials to his staff, his new administration, in the coming weeks. So it's all good. I'm excited. Al's excited. And the last bit of good news I have is back to kind of ADUs and local news. On, I think this was 2 days ago, the city of Denver announced citywide accessory dwelling units that as part of the city's ongoing effort to expand housing availability and choice while helping drive down costs. The Denver City Council on Monday, November 18th, passed the citywide accessory dwelling units measure to allow ADUs in all residential areas of the city. Following recommendations from Blueprint Denver, the city's land use and transportation plan, the measure updates of the Denver zoning code, zoning map, and former Chapter 59 zoning to allow accessory dwelling units in all residential areas of the city. This allows ADUs on 70% of Denver's land, compared to 36% before this measure passed. The measure goes into effect December 16th. So we're on the cusp of that big wave we've been predicting too. I think just all things are go, man. I hope you're ready.
Yeah.
If you aren't, you need to go to revitrocketship.com.
Yep.
You need to take the course. You need to get you and your employees or future employees ready to go. You need to get your training plan in place. Like, it's here. I really think the wave is coming.
Yeah. And go to buildabetterco.com, because if you want not only to streamline your firm, but for us to help you implement it so you don't have that implementation fatigue, go there, figure it out, give me a call. That's it. Talk to you later.
Yeah. And if you're on the YouTube, make sure you go to our channel. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you leave the positive comments. If you're on iTunes, same thing, 5 stars. Spotify. We'll see you next week.